Hey guys. Hi everybody. Thank you for joining me today to the top here. Today is Wednesday and we are here to talk about building in Ghana. So I'll go ahead and invite Kwabena to come and join us. So if you are watching me right now, please like the stream, give us a thumbs up, and invite somebody to come and watch with us. Thank you. Okay. Hi. Thank you guys. I'm trying to share the link, but it's kind of like it's not working. I don't know why. Okay. Okay. All right. So thank you for joining me this afternoon. I'm waiting for Kwabena to come. Hi, sweetheart. Thank you. Hold on, please. I thought I saw Kwabena at the private chat, but it's not there. Much love, sweetheart. Much love, Miss East Axis. I don't know. Much love, sweetheart. Much love to all of you. Hello, guys, for joining me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so while I'm waiting for Kwabena to come, I'm waiting for Kwabena to come. If you guys, anybody can join me so that we can talk. All right, Akoto, thank you. Oh, thank you. I'm trying. Thank you, bro. Listen, guys. I almost hit 1,000. I'm growing, and you guys are growing with me. It's all about working hard and revealing all the secrets about building in Ghana. And guys, listen to this. This morning, Mr. Kumia called us, and you know what is happening to our building? People started going bathroom. We stopped working on the house like maybe 3 weeks or a month now, and nobody is working on the house. They started going toilet, and you know the building, it's not like it's in a countryside or village or some. It's a wide open neighborhood, and people are going, excuse me my language, they're pooping in the building. This is how Ghana is. And I made a video about Ghana is not clean, and somebody sent me a long comment about why am I bashing Ghana. We left this house. The contractor and the mason people left like 3 weeks ago, and people start going to toilet in the house. And it's not like it's in the countryside though. Accra, where the building is, I mean, I cannot. When they told me about it, I'm like, really? You can even dig a hole somewhere and do your business over there. But no. Yeah, yeah. You can dig a hole and do your business and then cover it up. How can you go to somebody's building, a house that is been built, and every day people come there and work on the house, and you go to bathroom in that? I mean, listen, sometimes we Ghanaians, I'm a Ghanaian, so I am included. We behave like we are so up there, and we look down upon like the Kenyans and all those other African countries and Ghana and Nigeria. We are up there. Listen, if you are planning to move to Ghana, and if you are doing something in Ghana, let me tell you something. Do not underestimate Ghanaians, what they can do. You open a business, they will find a way from stealing from you. I mean, everything. It's like kind of like the country is standstill. We travel a lot to outside country, but we don't come back with the same respect and cleanliness. And I mean, how can you go to bathroom in somebody's house? And it's big plot or 2 plots. One there's a house in it, there's another one that there's nothing on. Why don't you dig a hole somewhere, do your business, and then cover it up? This is what I'm talking about. That we live here, be careful. If you are planning to move back home, you have to be ready for everything that comes to your way, because this is the reason why people try to move back home and they cannot stay and they come back. It's not because we live here for so long and we cannot stand what is going on, but it's because sometimes when you look at things and you listen to how people, even, I mean, 3 weeks. We left that house 3 weeks. Now we are doing the roofing. We left it for only 3 weeks and people started going to bathroom in that house. Can you believe that? Yeah, we don't have common sense. We don't have, and I think the people that we don't have common sense is a lot, because it happens again and again. And I watched a lot of people said, foreigners come to Ghana, and they said what shocked them is that when they see a Ghanaian pooping or peeing at the public, that where somebody can see them, it's kind of like it shocks them that they see that. This is how we are. We are in Africa. We travel more than anybody else in Africa. Nigerians and Ghanaians, everywhere you go, you see either the person, you see a black person, a foreigner. If they are not Nigerian, they are Ghanaian. But I don't think we learn anything. We don't learn anything. I'm trying to get Kwabena, because we are here because we want to learn from Kwabena. Thank you, guys. Hold on until I get him. If I don't get him, then we have to stop and then come back next week. I am so pissed. I am so upset that how can you do that to somebody who's you've been spending a lot of money, and we don't respect money. We don't. Okay, guys. Kwabena is not picking up, and I'm gonna share the link again. So if you want to come on and then we can discuss things, that would be great, because we have to talk about issues in Ghana, and don't be afraid to talk about it. Let anybody say whatever they want to you. You have to talk about what is going on in Ghana, because the more we talk about it, the more the the government will pay attention to it. And somebody was telling me, so everything you talk about government. Okay, Kwabena is here. Okay. All right. Somebody's saying that I should. Kwabena, do the burger proof first.
Yes. So if they are able to come and then do justice to themselves at this stage, if you do the roofing without a burglar proof, they'll still come in. I won't be surprised people will start sleeping in your building after you finish the roofing.
What about, I was thinking we should do the walls first and put
the fence
gate.
wall.
The fence wall and put a gate.
They can still climb the wall. Even that one is even better for them because when they climb the wall and they are inside, nobody will see them inside.
But what about if you do the windows? They won't come through the doors, the main entrance.
No, you block it. You find pieces of your waste wire board and plywood. The one you're using for your flooring. Just find a piece. Let the carpenter just do a rough door and just block the doors. Yeah, the kitchen has a back door. Just block that one, and you just make the main entrance just one door there for entrance into the building. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for coming, Kwabena. Welcome. And I am a little bit upset, but what can you do? You have to find a way of solving your issue. So over to you, Kwabena.
Okay.
Everybody's waiting for you.
Thank you. All right. Continuing from last week, we are talking about painting today. And like I said last week, I was working on an experiment. And today I'm back to give you the results. I want to say that it worked. It worked, but it only works when you are doing it internal. Please don't do this external walls. Please, internal walls where rainwater cannot touch. The POP material doesn't work well with water. So one, if you have damp-proof issues, if your building is having damp-proof, please don't do this method. If you are doing painting on the external walls where when it rains, it's going to wash the wall, please don't use this method there. Use it only for internal rooms and washrooms or probably your kitchen as well. The experiment was that I decided to do the enduit on a wall without plastering. And then after that, we paint the wall. And after that, I realized that it works. You can do the enduit on walls without plastering and later do the painting and it works fine. Now people are doing the plastering before they do the enduit. You can also research yourself. Don't take my word totally. Just go to Google or go to answers.com. Do a little research yourself on this enduit material, how it is being used, and you realize that you find some materials online. I think I've seen some Indians talk about it also in India, in their real estate development, that you can use the enduit on your walls, internal walls, without doing plastering. So you can save some money in doing plastering and then just do the enduit. So let me give the cost of materials that you are going to use for the enduit before we do the painting. For a room with our model, the size of the room is 14 feet by 15 feet for the floor, and the building is 13 feet high. 13 feet high building. We have 2 windows in the room. That is, you have one window, should I say, on the north side and the other window on the west side. So 2 other sides of the room is completely block work. So you can have your bed on one side where it's completely block work, and then the opposite side where there's also a block work. You can put your television there. So let me give the surface area of our wall. So one side where it is completely walled is 143 square feet. where it is completely walled without a window is 143 square feet on one side, and then the other side is 182 square feet on the other side. So we have two sides completely block work, and then the other two sides also have windows. Now, these are the materials you use for your andway. We have a paint material called Home Charm. I can't mention the manufacturer, but if you go to the POP guys or the paint guys who sell and tell them I want Home Charm, it's a white paint material. You can get it in smaller quantities like 5 liters, 15 liters, and I think there's 20 liters bucket. It's called Home Charm. If you buy a bucket and a half, and I've seen a bucket is 20 liters. So let's say if you buy 30 liters of the Home Charm plus your POP powder, please, there are two types. We have the skimming powder and then we have the POP cement. This mixture is using the Home Charm with the POP cement, not the skimming powder. The skimming powder also works. If you want to use the skimming powder, you only add water to your skimming powder. It would, how do you call it? It will foam up, it will solidify a bit, it will become a paste, depending on how much water you add to your mix to get a paste. So you can choose to use skimming powder together with just water to do the andway, or you can use Home Charm. It's a paint material together with POP cement to do the andway. The skimming powder is expensive than the POP cement. The POP cement is, the last time I bought one was 38 Ghana cedis. The skimming powder was 75 Ghana cedis. But the POP cement is bigger. It's a 50 kilogram weight. POP cement is 50 kg, just like our normal standard cement. But the skimming powder is 20 kg, but it's expensive. But if you buy your skimming powder, you can use it to cover, just with water mixture, you can use it to cover a lot of surface area, same as if you use the POP cement combined with the Home Charm. The Home Charm, the last time I bought one 20-liter bucket was 110 Ghana cedis. I'm talking about a week ago. It was 110 Ghana cedis for the Home Charm 20-liter bucket. The POP cement was 38 Ghana cedis, 50 kg weight. And then the skimming powder is 78 Ghana cedis, but the size is smaller. It's 78 Ghana cedis. Yeah, so it depends on you. You buy if you choose to use the skimming powder, and if you choose to use the skimming powder, those who best do this thing are the POP guys. Please, some painters are trying to learn this technique of using the andway before they paint, but the best people who do the andway very well are the POP guys. So please employ POP guys to do your andway for you before you do your painting. Okay, now, so for this size of room that I'm talking about, if you decide to use the Home Charm with the POP cement, you need 1.5 buckets plus one, how do you call it? If you buy one bag of the POP cement, you're going to use maybe 1/4 of it to mix with the Home Charm to be able to do your andway in a room of our size. If you decide to use the skimming powder, one skimming powder is enough. Mix with water is enough to do let's say half of the room. So 2 skimming powders can do a room of our standard, the model we are using. So if you choose to use 2 skimming
Pabla?
Okay.
You okay? Pabla? Hello? Hello? Pamela, where are you?
Am I back?
Okay.
Am I back? Okay. Yeah. So for a room of our standard, yes, this is how much you're going to need if you want to do your underway. Now let's move to the painting. The painting, similarly to if you buy a 20-liter bucket, please let me emphasize here.
Pamela, please, can I ask you a question?
Yes, please.
So this, what you just talk about is if you don't want to plaster your room before you paint. So everything that you did talk about is somebody who doesn't want to plaster the room. You do this and it's like you are painting at the same time you are plastering the walls, right?
Yeah. Yes, correct. Yeah. This is a recommending anyway. Let me state this as a disclaimer. I am recommending this based on my own, how do you call it, research, or should I say experiment that I did.
Can we get a video of it?
A video? Yes. I'll send you a video of it. My own experiment that I did and the results that I got, and I believe it works fine for me. I would recommend for you, but I would also ask you to engage the POP guys who are experts. Most of the POP guys, they know what I'm talking about, and they know how to do this already. Yes, if you speak to them, they might say, no, you can't do this if you don't do plastering. But just tell them they should give it a try. They should just do an experiment themselves. Just do a little portion of the room, and then later on, they should do the painting and see whether it works or not. Yes, sometimes they also don't want to do it without the plastering because some people, when they lay the blocks, some masons, when they lay the block work is very poor. The surface of the block work is so poor, it's so rough. The guys coming to do the undo will say, this surface, we are coming to do this. It will take a lot of material, but if you get your mason to do a very good job for you and your block work is very good, you wouldn't need a lot of material to cover up the surface if you have not done the plastering.
Can they use a sandpaper? Can they use a sandpaper to smoothen the walls before they do it?
They can use sandpaper, but it will be a lot of work. If the wall is very rough, it will be a lot of work. They can use sandpaper. They can even put they have this power brush.
Yeah.
They have this power tools with sandpaper on it. Yes.
Yeah.
But it will be a lot of work. Yeah. So you do the logistics yourself and see which one works, which one is cost effective, and then you adapt to it. Yes. So yeah, so moving to the paint, I was saying that using different paint from different manufacturers, I've observed that the same quantity of paint from different manufacturers do not cover the same surface area. Some paints cover more surface area than some paints. So don't listen to me and I'll say, oh, you should be able to get a bucket of 20-liter paint to cover a room, and then no. If you buy from a different manufacturer, you might get different results. So I'm going to give an average, minimum, maximum. I'm not going to give a specific. So for a 20-liter, but choose to use for some reason I can't also mention manufacturer's name. I don't know the best or the most popular manufacturers in Ghana. The wall is 30 feet high. The floor area is 14 feet by 15 feet. And the wall is 11 feet high. Two sides of the room has windows. So you are painting less there. Two sides is a full block work. So you are going to paint the whole surface. If you want to be able to paint such a room, you are buying 1.5 bucket. That is 30 liters of paint. After you've done your underway, or if you don't want to do underway, you've done plastering. After plastering, you want to paint just paint like we do before. You need 30 liters of bucket. Remember, before the painting, they are going to buy filler. There's something we call putty filler. It's a material they use to fill the wall. When they are doing, they will do sandpaper. They will sandpaper the walls to make it smooth. They will use filler to fill where the cement, the plastering wasn't done properly, or there is a damage on the wall. If there are some holes, especially on the edges, especially yes, when they do the plastering, the edges of the walls where you fit your doors and windows. Sometimes when they are chiseling to fit the doors and windows, they break some parts of the mortar they use for the plastering. So it is this filler, putty filler, that the painters will use to smoothen, fill all the holes and imperfections, sandpaper it up to make the surfaces smooth before they start painting. So like I'm saying, your paint should be 30 liters for the model of room that we are talking about. Then if you are doing it in your hall will probably, I always say, surprisingly, our halls are big, but our halls take less painting. Our halls take less plastering because I'm saying hall because I'm in Ghana. We call it the living area. Our living area mostly takes less painting and less plastering on the wall because it is there we have bigger windows or a lot of windows. I think mostly it is where the side where your television will be, that is where it is a full block work. But almost the other sides of your living area, there are windows. So you even end up using more paint or plastering in your bedrooms compared to your hall, even though your hall is the biggest place or your living area is the biggest place. Yeah. So averagely, you should use 30 liters for the room that we are talking about. If you are going to move to your hall, I don't think you should use more than 40 liters of paint buckets to do the painting. Yeah. So you can do the math and you know how much surface area we're talking about, so that you know that, okay, for this surface area, this is how much paint you need. So if you also want to talk about painting the external surface, you can as well measure the surface area of your external building, and then you do the math to know how much paint you need. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's what I have concerning painting. Today I don't have anyone asking questions, so we might finish early.
They're gonna come. The questions will come. So guys, if you have a question, ask Kwabena. It doesn't have to be this topic, but any question about building.
From last week, yes.
From last week, and we are at painting. So if you have painting question, you have foundation question, any kind of question that you have about building, because you don't want somebody to call you from back home and say, oh, your this thing cost this, cost that, whatever. Even if it's a building materials question and you are from Ghana, and on this line, ask. You can come live and ask, or you can type it in. All right? Don't be shy.
Yes, I want to add this. I don't think I've mentioned it over the past 2 weeks. There's been a little surprise in our material market. For the past 3 weeks, the price of iron rods have increased drastically. In December, I bought iron rods. A ton was 3,600. Now a ton is 4,800 Ghana cedis. So please, if your masons or your steel benders are telling you, oh, the prices have increased, please, it's true. But they've increased up to 4,800 Ghana cedis a ton. Prices of iron rods have increased to 4,800 Ghana cedis a ton. Ado time is saying, when is the best time of the year to start with the foundation? I would say right after the raining season. So, but this year it has rained so much. It was raining even in December. I think in January it hasn't rained. So from last year. So last year, the whole year, it rained almost the whole year. So, but the best time is to wait after the rainy season. During the rainy season, you go observe your land. Please always buy land during the rainy season. Always buy land during the rainy season. That is where you see how your land is affected when it rains. Don't buy your land during the dry season. In that time, everything is dried up, and you think, oh, this land is flat, this land is good. How many quarter meters is 20 liters? I don't understand. Babs, your question. How do you mean by quarter meters is 20 liters?
Google
Or you
it.
mean in liters?
Google it.
Let
You
me
get the
see.
answer over there. I just bought one plot 70 by 100 and it needs a wall. Please, can you give me roughly estimate?
Oh,
yeah. That's my daughter,
70
right?
by 100. Oh, okay. Let me give a rough estimate. 70 by 100 is the same as the model we are using. You will need 3,000 blocks for the. I'm assuming your 70 by 100. The side of the land is 100 and the front of the land is 70. So normally we do the side and the back, then we leave the front whilst the building is going on. So to do the side, one, if you are going to dig deep, like I have recommended from the beginning, if you are going to dig deep, as much as 2 or 3 feet deep, then when you build a wall, I think you want it to be about 8 feet above ground. That is, when you're standing on your compound, you should be about 8 feet tall to avoid burglaries. You will need 3,000 blocks for just the 100 sides. Your 100 has 2 sides. Your 100 feet is 2 sides. So you need 3,000 blocks for those 2 sides. Okay, the math is like this. Every 10 feet, we put a pillar when you're doing a block work.
Yeah.
So if you're having a 100 feet side, that means you're going to have 10 pillars. And 10 pillars means in between them will be, and between 10 feet, you are going to get averagely 10, 11 block work. So let's say 10 blocks within a 10 feet. So 10 times 10 is 100. If you're going to go about 10 courses, it's 1,000. If you're going to go 15 courses, it's 1,500 for one side. So you can do the maths. Every 10 feet, you put a pillar for your wall. And so I am estimating you need 3,000 blocks to do your fence wall. That is the side and the back, 3,000 blocks. The 100 feet side, 2 sides, and then the 70 side, that is the back, 1 side. Okay. And then your pillars, the pillars are going to use for your fence wall. Advisably buy 12 mm iron rods. There is sometimes they tell you buy 12 mm, they go buy 11.5 mm for you. 11.5 mm works fine. It's a fence wall. 12 mm works fine. But be aware, don't let them charge you for 12 mm and then they go buy 11.5 mm for you. You can't tell the difference with your naked eye unless you measure before you can tell, oh, this is just 0.5 millimeters difference. So if you buy half a ton of 11.5 mm or 12 mm iron rod, you should be able to do this type of wall that I'm talking about. That is 11 feet both sides, and then 70 feet, sorry, 100 feet on both sides, and then 70 feet on the back. Half a ton iron rods of 12 mm.
Half a ton.
Yes, half a ton. Yes. Okay. Then you buy the rings, the 10 mm or 8 mm you use for the rings. That also, if you buy half a ton, it will be okay. You get some remaining, but I'm recommending half a ton so you don't have any shortage. So for iron rods, half a ton, 12 mm, half a ton, how do you call it? 10 or 8 mm, that is the 3/4 inch iron rods. When you the half a ton I'm recommending for the 12 mm, you're going to use some to do your mat for the pillets. The pillets for your wall, you're going to do mats plus the rods for the pillar itself. So half a ton will be enough for this. And then for material for your pillars, like I've already recommended, 1 bag of cement, 1 wheelbarrow of sand, 1 wheelbarrow of quarry dust, and then 1.5 wheelbarrow of stones. If you don't have quarry dust, you just want to use sand, stones, and cement. It's 1 bag of cement, two wheelbarrows of sand, because now there's no query dust. So 2 wheelbarrows of sand and then 1.5 wheelbarrows of stones. Okay, so I think this is my recommendation for your fence wall. Which is the plastering before roofing or roofing before plastering? Actually, plastering has nothing to do with roofing, or roofing has nothing to do with plastering. But I think I understand where the question you're asking for. People normally, those who come and do the roofing will say, if you don't do the plastering, when they do the roofing, you can't plaster the part where it enters the roofing. So yeah, their reason is right. You need to plaster that side, that top side, that is after the coping. After the coping, you see they do a little block work before, before the block work, before the roofing comes. That small block work they do, if you don't plaster it before they do the roofing, you cannot plaster it anymore, because the woodwork will prevent you, will very limit the missings when they are plastering. So you can choose to plaster before doing the roofing. That is the only reason I think you should do plastering before roofing. But other than that, there is no other reason why you should do it. Please, would the building permit be issued for earth-rammed home? Yes, they can issue a permit. That is before you ram your land. You need to go tell them that, listen, my land is waterlogged, and so I need to do some filling before I start the building. They'll come look at it. They'll tell you the type of material to use for your filling. Unfortunately, in Ghana, everybody does filling with red sand, but it's not always the case. You don't always have to do filling with red sand. Sometimes a waterlogged area is so waterlogged, you need to start filling the land with stones, very large stones, before you start filling with red sand. So please, yes, you can get a permit, but before you fill your land, go see them, tell them, please, this is the nature of my land, it's waterlogged, I need to fill it up with earth before I start building. They'll come inspect and then tell you what you need to do. Okay. Obibini, hidden roofs, they are better in the sense that they are less costly compared to doing a complete roof. But in Ghana, we are still not there yet. We are still not there in terms of how good or how professional we do circuit roofs. In Ghana, we don't do circuit roofs properly. And so when you finish your circuit roof, after some years, you find leakages, you need to do maintenance, and it's a hell of a headache. So for now, I would advise you don't do a circuit roof. Unless you are sure the one you are engaging to do your circuit roof is a professional, the person will do the right job for you, and you're not going to have any headaches after doing that. Okay. Babs, you want to have a swimming pool in your home. I can't tell you because I don't know the size of swimming pool you want. I don't know the type of soil you have that you want to build a swimming pool. And I don't know what kind of, if you want to customize your pool, if you want to do it different depths or just one depth. And so I need some details before I can tell you how much it will cost you to do your swimming pool. So please send me an email, give me some details, and then I can answer you this question. Can you do your POP ceiling before plastering? No. You have to do plastering before you do POP, please. That is if you want to do plastering. Do plastering, plaster everywhere before the POP comes. Because you do plastering, then you do the roofing, then you can do your POP. If it is a concrete ceiling, that means you don't mind about the roofing because it's already concrete. So you should do your plastering first, then you do your POP.
Is it advisable to buy
unregistered land? Yeah, the issue is that you are buying, it is unregistered. If you say it's unregistered, no, please let's clarify this. Every land is registered in the name of either a family, a chief, a clan, or government. So every land is registered actually. the thing is that when you want to buy, you have to go. They need to change the name of the owner into your name now.
The one who
So
gave
now
it to you.
yes. So every land is
It's a family
registered.
land. So if it's a family land, that is a family land, which is
yes, yeah. It is in the name of the family. So if you go to land commission, they tell you this land belongs to this family. So it is only this family that needs to sell it to you. So actually, I think your question is that should you buy a land that is not? That means you want to say that should you buy from families or chiefs? Yeah, you should buy from them, but before you buy from them, go and do a title search. Go to the land commission and then find out that this land, this person wants to sell this land for me. Has it been sold or not? Has it been registered in someone's name or not? Or even sometimes it has not been registered, but the process has started. Please, let's also be doing this. Sometimes the person has started the process of registering the land. If you go check, they might tell you, it is not registered, it's still in the name of the family, but the person has already started the process. There's a way to find out. Speak to those guys at the land commission. Can you also check whether somebody has started the process of registering this land in his or her name? Please do that also as well. It will help you. Yeah.
Yeah, and if I can add this,
okay.
You have to be very, very, very careful, because if one of the family belongs to so many people and one of them decide to sell you and the other one said, oh, no, I don't agree with him selling or her selling you this land, you are in big, big, big dilemma and trouble. Okay, so
African Ghana, I gave you the quantity of items you need. I think we've always been mentioning the prices of items. So okay, sorry if I didn't, but because I didn't mention price, because I've been mentioning prices of items almost every section. So the price of cement
prices has changed. So you just gave, we said 3,000 blocks.
Okay, let me go over. Okay, the price of so now the query dash blocks have increased to 4 cedis. Some are saying 4 cedis 50 pesos, some are saying 4 cedis 20 pesos. You can get it 4 cedis or 3 cedis 90 pesos. That is a 6-inch solid query dash blocks. The 6-inch hollow query dash blocks is a little cheaper. You can get it 3.8. That's 3 cedis 80 pesos. Then the 5-inch solid is also around the same price, 3 cedis 80 pesos. Then the 5-inch hollow is around 3 cedis 60 pesos. What I'm saying is for query dash blocks. I hardly buy the olden type blocks, so I can't give you the price, but they are quite cheaper. You can get those ones, the normal standard blocks that are not query dash, around 3 cedis 40 pesos or 3 cedis 20 pesos. You realize that they are not so much different in prices compared to the query dash. So now everybody is heading towards query dash. Yeah.
Okay, so my question was kept. Mr. Anim, if I want to engage,
how much? Oh, I think your question, you asked it last week. I answered it in last week, but let me answer you again. The percentage charge for a contractor, I'll say it depends on your bargaining power. If you are good at bargaining, you can bargain to get the best price. Some contractors will tell you, okay, I would calculate everything and charge you 5% of the whole building costs. Someone will say, okay, I'm not going to charge you a percentage of the whole building cost. I'm going to charge you as per stage. So if you are doing block work, I charge you this percentage. If you are doing concrete work, I charge you this percentage. So it all depends on you as the client. You should have your bargaining power ready, and then you use it. You can get the best price out there.
Okay, can I please throw this in?
Yes.
Our contractor, what he does with us is that he will give us the estimate of foundation, the materials and everything, and then he will say, this is how much I'm gonna charge. So this is the materials money, and this is how much I'm charging for the whole foundation. And when we reached to the block work, he gave us an estimate of materials, and then this is how much it's going to cost for the yeah. So like Kwabena said, it depends on you. You have to buy, and we have to bargain with him. That's when Mr. Kumiyabuatin came in, and it helped us so much, because when they know that you are in abroad, they said the India might give you abroad amount, and Mr. Kumiyabuatin will jump in and say, no, they are not paying that, because nobody in Ghana here is paying that amount of money. Why are you expecting them to pay that? So it depends on you who you go with. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. Yes. So let me continue with the prices of materials. Cement has now risen to not so much. It used to be 39. It's now 40. Somewhere it's 41. Somewhere 42. But as you can see, just 2 cities, 3 cities different. It has not doubled. It has not increased by 50%. Yeah. And then what else? Wood. Yes, wood. There's so much drama about wood these days. I don't know the exact story, what is causing the drama, but I understand someone somewhere or an institution somewhere is preventing the wood, those cutting or processing wood, to transport them into the cities. So mostly some people are trying to smuggle them into the cities, or some people are paying their way through the borders into the cities. And so wood has become very expensive. It's either it is scarce, you not get Wawa board to buy. It's especially Wawa board and 2x4. Wawa board and 2x4. Either you're not getting to buy, or you get and it's expensive now. It's expensive now. Wawa board, the Wawa board, the sawmill. For the sawmill, I don't remember the last time I got some to buy. So I can't tell the price. I've not been getting the sawmill cut. I've been getting the what they call the cyber.
The cyber one. What is cyber?
It's a type of wood. It's a type of wood, and it's not smooth, or it's not very uniform as the sawmill cut. It's more like a bush cut type. Yeah. And yeah.
So somebody,
that one. Okay, let me read. Okay, you want to read the question, right?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. So that type is even the bush cut one is 58 Ghana cedis now. It's 58 Ghana cedis just for the sawmill cuts, I think, would be like 80 cedis or 90 Ghana cedis when it's even available for you to buy. And I'm sure plywood will move from the last time I bought one was 120 Ghana cedis. It could go like 150, 160 Ghana cedis if you do get one to buy. So wood has become scarce. If you are getting something to buy where you are, buy in bulk, buy and save it somewhere. You might make some money out of it later, because the prices you are getting might be cheaper now, because I'm sure the prices will never reduce. It will always be increasing. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Kwabena, what do you have to say about this?
You are still talking about the behavior of Ghanaians.
I have so much
passion to help people to pass their skills to them, but I'm scared. The issue is that, yes, one is lack of education. 2, unemployment. Either they are getting the education after school, they are not being employed, or they are not getting education at all. They are not getting, how do you call it? Here we call it what? The artisans. Yeah, they don't get skill labor, or like, how do you call it? These technical skills to learn. They don't have is it NVTI?
Yeah.
So in your situation like this, the thing is those living around. You know, most of those living there, they are living in people's buildings, what we call Hwesomami. Those buildings there are not completed, so their washrooms are not completed. and they can't afford to go pay for a public, how do you call it, washroom to use. So your place is the appropriate place of convenience. So that is
So, Pamela, can I say this?
okay.
I have a family member that they finished HHS, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
And I said that we live. My village is Kumasi. From Kumasi to Trede. That's where I'm from. It's
Okay.
close by, and we are like the queen and the king is from where my family. So I told my cousins, I said, why don't you guys go there and find land and see if you can do a poultry farm, because all of us here can contribute so that you guys can do the poultry farm. No, that's one problem also in Ghana. Okay, everybody, I mean, from Kumasi to Trede, it's maybe now, Krano, it won't even take you 2 hours. So if you are doing a farm, poultry farm, and there's money in it, but it seems everybody wants to live in a city, and everybody think that most of the people also think that doing a farming is a low skill or something. So I think we have to, everybody, all they want money from you, they want money to sell or open a store, and most of the time the store and selling, they lose the money. But if you invest that same money into farming or something, I think it's way better than selling, but they don't want to do that. Everybody's in the city, so the city is choked. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Yes. Someone asked a question before. He said, "What's the best way to keep your building materials safe from theft?" The best way is do not try to store them on your site. If you cannot secure them properly. The best time you can secure any of your materials is when you probably done the bottom floor, some rooms, and then you do your burglar proof, and you can put a temporary door on one of the rooms, then you store your materials there. Even with that, some areas, I'm telling you, they'll still come and break in and steal them.
Yeah.
Sometimes your own masons, carpenters, they know because they are where you are buying materials, and they themselves will arrange. They will not come and steal your things. So actually, the best way is to just have an individual temporarily be staying there and then keeping an eye on the things.
Yeah.
But that keeping an individual is also an issue. You later want them to move. They will come as an individual. Later they are double. Then they have kids. Then they are making their family. If you don't finish your building on time, they will finish their family on time, and then it will be difficult to move them out. So yeah, the best thing is to have an individual on site staying there and then keep an eye on your materials. Someone said, what is the cheapest way to fence my land temporarily? Do it halfway. So start from the corners. So you can build about 10 feet from each corner of your building, just 10 feet to secure the perimeters so that your neighbors cannot steal a part of your land. I think that's the cheapest way to fence your land temporarily, at least to secure your perimeters. Yeah.
Yeah. Ghana Bobby said they won't do it. They want money monthly. Yeah, that's what they want. And they will test you and say, oh, how are you? As soon as you hear they say, how are you doing? That means, how is my money doing? They want something from you. I mean, we are not saying that we don't want to support people back home, but seriously, the effort that we put in here to get weekly salary, it is so hard.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Emmanuel Akoto says, is it advisable to build your main structure before your wall or vice versa? Actually, the reason why most people don't build the fence wall first is because to allow the trucks to have easy access to your site, and also to help the masons, especially doing block work, to move materials around. Because sometimes they just need to move a little bit outside your land. Sometimes they even have to pour the materials on your next neighbor's land to be working for you. So normally we don't do the fence wall first until we've reached some considerable stage before you say, okay, fine, at this stage I can start the fence wall. So that's the more reason why, to be able to have enough space around your building to work around with. Yes. So that's why we do the building to some extent before we start the fence wall. Yeah. But if you get to the point where you feel, okay, now the building is almost complete, I'm now doing the finishing touches like roofing, plastering, painting, regular proof, then that time you can start your fence wall. You can start your fence wall. When you are doing those activities, you can start your fence wall, and then you can even do your front gate, and then start putting your main gate. Yeah.
Okay.
Will you advise paying your suppliers in advance for your? Oh yes, I would advise you should be doing that. But now our suppliers have become smarter. They've stopped. Now people don't accept that. The suppliers have stopped accepting you to pay in advance, especially for iron rods, cement, and blocks. You might get someone who consider you for blocks, but I understand. No, not like I understand. I have my suppliers, iron rods, cement. If you go pay and I say no, because the prices are increasing. Because I was lucky, I deposited 3,600 for 1 ton of iron rods before the prices shot up. I went, I had to still top up. They said no, the prices have shot up. I said, but you have kept my money for almost like 2 months. You have used the money to do your business. Now I'm coming for the material. You're telling me the price. I mean, no, I paid for the material. If you even sold that material, I didn't keep the material. I didn't store it for me. You sold that material. If you use my money to go buy material and sell for almost 2 months. Now I'm coming for material. You're telling me because the price has currently increased, I need to pay more. It's not fair. But so yes, it is advisable. But now I say you hardly find suppliers who accept paying in advance. Yeah.
Okay.
How do
So
you save blocks on your land? Oh, for blocks, you don't need keeping them in a different way. Just keep them on the land. Let the sun and rain beat them. If they are very good blocks, they should survive. Yeah. If they
Nobody.
are very good blocks, yeah, nobody's. No, people do still blocks. Let me
That's
tell
what
you
she's
those.
asking.
Oh, okay. People do still, but they are not
Lord.
people. They are not people who are, how do you call it? Who are thieves going around stealing blocks. No, it is your next door neighbor. It is the one building behind you, the one building beside you. Sometimes they estimate, oh, buy 100 blocks. Now, when they use the 100, they need only just 5 blocks. Please, your blocks are nearby. 5 blocks out of your blocks, they won't think twice. They will come for it. So actually, people are not stealing, but it is your next door, the one building beside you, in front of you, 2 blocks away. They will come take a block or 2 to go do their thing. Yeah. So in general, just keep the blocks. Sometimes, yes, there's nothing you can do for blocks. It's cement and iron rods. You need to keep them safe from thieves. But for blocks, you can't do much about it.
Okay, Pamela. We are an hour, so I think we're gonna end here. If nobody any question, we're gonna end here. And please share this video, like on your way out. Like. We have 20. We had 30 before, now 28. Everybody like it. Please. And give us a thumbs up so that people can watch it also. Thank you for watching. Few numbers and I'll hit 1,000. So help me hit 1,000.
Yeah.
Pamela, what are you saying?
Yeah, what I'm saying is, I think so far we have pretty much touched on building a house. That is the actual superstructure. I think we should start talking about the do's and don'ts.
Okay.
What you should do, what you shouldn't do. So next week we are going to start about do's and don'ts. We are going back to the beginning, take every stage from the foundation, what you should do, what you shouldn't do when you're building a foundation, step by step. And I wouldn't want us to talk about tiling, doors, because like I said before, there are different varieties, there are different prices, different quality. I think those of you out there even know the best compared to those of us here. So for tiles, for doors, for how do you call it, bathroom fittings, from all those things, I think I'll leave it up to you to decide which one that you choose to buy. So from next week, we are talking about the do's and don'ts when you are building a house. So please make it a point to attend.
Make it a point to attend to the class, guys. Come to classroom and ask questions. All right, all right,
Yeah.
all right.
Hello, Alan. I've seen your message.
Huh?
Oh, someone just Akoto just asked the question. Let's answer it before we go. Oh, people are now coming in. How long should you leave your footings after filling before concrete works on foundation? You can leave it as long as you want, but don't leave it for it to rain. When it rains, it will be filled up and you have to pump the water out. So you can leave it as long as you want. Nothing should happen. If it was done properly, it shouldn't get damaged. But if it rains, all your footing will be filled up with rainwater and you need to pump it out. Yeah. More questions are coming. Which
method?
Hey, are you saying method or am I reading it wrongly?
Manhood. I think it's method.
Okay. Which method? What is she referring to? Is it from an earlier question?
I don't know. Maybe it's a wrong post.
Yes. Please, Babs, check your auto correction, whether it is auto correction or
is something else. A lot.
Yeah. Who would you suggest me purchasing materials from in Ghana for buying a house?
What
I don't
material?
get you. What's? Oh, I don't get the question. I don't get the question.
Suggest me purchasing materials from in Ghana. I think
for building a house. Oh, okay. No, I need to know, DJ Groove, I need to know where you are building. Then I can tell you. For purchase of materials, you can buy from anyone. Just make sure you're getting the right price. We'll be mentioning the prices on every episode. So anyone you can buy from, just make sure you're getting the right cost of the right price. With some Botiano areas is also to do the foundation because
Good evening.
No.
Yeah, why?
They're coming to harass you when you are building your wall. Harass you in what way? Is it that you should pay digging fee again, or you should give them something?
Yeah.
I don't know how they come to harass you. But for as far as I know, if you have paid your digging fee, you have paid whatever fee you're supposed to pay for the cheese before you start. When they come to harass you, just have a copy of the receipt. I think the first 2 visits, you can get the copy, the contact of the chief, whoever controls those boys, and then you can sort them out. Sometimes you just have to give them something small, 10 cedis, 5 cedis, and then they'll go. They will not worry you. But I don't think they worry you just because you're building a wall after you're building. No, I don't think so. It's just that they come around when you're hungry, they need money, they come to harass you, whatever stage you are, to get some money from you. We need manhole or septic tank, please.
Okay, so DJ, let me say something to DJ. The Mr. Kumia, my land, the area that my land is, I think they have a land around there. So you can contact me through email and then I'll connect you to him. Or Kwabena can help you find a land. But yeah, Kwabena, right?
Yes. Yeah, talking about land, someone contacted me some days ago. He has a land. He's part of us. He's been watching our videos. He has a land at East Legon Hills. The area is quite developed. I think you all know how much. So just go online to Tonaton or gg.com. Find the market price for a plot of land at East Legon Hills, and then prepare yourself to bargain. If you're ready, if you're interested, you contact me, and then I'll link you to him so that you guys will bargain and then come to an agreement.
Okay.
Obibini is asking me biodigester or septic tank. Oh, we've said this before.
Yeah.
Obibini, so let me give you work. Go back to our videos, and if you watch our videos, you know the answer to this question. Please, let me encourage you to watch our videos. Please go back.
Is it Brekum?
No, Obimini African. He's asking that question.
No, I'm talking about DJ. What is this? Is it Brekum?
Brekum. He wants a land in Brekum, I think.
Now Brekum, what is Brekum?
Brekum, I think Bronga Hafu.
Oh, that's not a problem at all.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Bronga have area there. Not a problem.
Rose for real says, how much should the contractor charge me for the foundation? Rose, like you said, depends on your bargaining power. If you say charge you, that means just for he being the contractor or the labor he's going to use to construct the foundation for you. Let me try and answer both so that it will be able to cover what she's asking. If it is for the labor, it will be quite difficult. I need to know the size of your land. I need to know what size of building you are doing. Every foundation is different. Building a story building, the foundation is different from building just a floor building. So please, I need to know what size of building, the square feet area of your foundation, and all that before I can give you how much you should pay a contractor. Ophelia says, how much will one store room cost if you have your own? One store room. Do you mean a room to store materials? If that's what you mean, please come back again with your question.
Okay, Pamela, we have to end it here because I gotta go.
Okay. All right. If anyone has any more questions, you can find my email address below me. Send me an email and then I'll answer your questions through email. I believe anyone who has sent me an email for the past 7 days, I've answered them. So please, if you have any more questions after this, please send me an email and I'll answer your questions. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's it.
All right. Tilly, I watch all of your videos. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you everybody for coming. Please, on your way out, like I said, like the video for me, please. That's all I want from you. That's my pay for bringing Kwabena. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you guys. See you again. God willing next week.
Next week. Bye. Thank you, Kwabena. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye.